About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think something's wrong.
I often talk about calibration in hypnosis, but I'm not just talking about calibrating the subject, I'm also calibrating the audience as well. So I'm going to talk about this week, calibrating the audience and making sure you get feedback from them. Stick around, find out what I mean. Hi there, it's Turan here from Feel Good Hypnosis. In this week's hypnosis demo and tutorial breakdown, I'm talking about getting feedback from the audience as well as the subject, and not just feedback but also engaging the audience as well. That's just as important when you're doing street hypnosis. It can be a lot of work. I mean, this hypnosis stuff is a lot of work, just focusing on the subject, but you've got to remember there's other people around and you want to keep them entertained as well and calibrate them that they are being entertained. So you've seen this guy before. I'll put links in the info section above so you can check him out. He's been a wonderful subject, good and bad at times, but overall a 100% great subject. I say good and bad at times because sometimes he accepted suggestions in his own way, and this video's no exception, but it's still a great video, it's still a great example, and I hope you understand what I mean by the time you've watched it. Do let me know in the comments section below that I'm hitting the mark there with those comments. So as always, when I'm offering up the suggestion, I craft the suggestion in several ways. So I say, you will forget the number 7, but I just don't tell them you're going to forget the number 7. I give them an example of what it's like to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just like you learnt in school. So I'm enforcing a thought, a suggestion, an idea that that's how you've learnt, that's how you've always done it. So it's never just one suggestion. Always layer it in 2 or 3 different ways, because you don't know this guy this well. I don't know this guy this well. I've only met him minutes ago when we started the hypnosis, started the induction. So I don't know how to communicate. So to belt and braces things, you always put in the same suggestion in 2 or 3 different ways, and this is no exception. Now I want to point out that age is no limiter to the types of skit you do. I'm going to ask this guy to put up his hands and count his fingers. Now you might think for quite a mature gentleman here, standing here, unlike some teenager or young child, he's going to go, I'm not counting my fingers, I know how many fingers I have. Never worry about that there. He's looking for an experience, he's volunteered to be hypnotized, so he's going to go along with whatever you ask him to do. Don't do anything too embarrassing, silly or stupid. Hopefully when you look at all the videos on my YouTube channel, I never really embarrass people or makes people look too silly. Close to the wire sometimes, but I always try to do it with some level of respect. But you know, counting your fingers is not that disrespectful, and it's definitely going to be, you know, accepted by people of any age. So don't worry about age when it comes to that. Now what I've done with this guy is asked him to imagine that the number 7 has disappeared. So I get him to hold up his hands and he counts his fingers. Notice how he does it beautifully. He skips over 7 by going 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 and counts 11 fingers. Now I didn't tell him, notice how I didn't tell him as part of that multiple set of suggestions, I never said, and you'll notice you have 11 fingers. So when he counts 11 fingers, I say, do you have 11 fingers? And he goes, yeah. He takes it like it's part of life that he's always had 11 fingers. He doesn't, you know, flinch at that thought. But look at the audience, look at the lady that's with him, and she's cracking up at it. She can't believe it. And again, this is why I'm saying it's important to get that feedback, and if she's enjoying that, and there's also a young child with him and other people standing around, when you look at them and you get that feeling that they're enjoying that and having fun from this skit, this is the time to really work that skit. Now, what happens next? Everybody's enjoying it, so I say, let's go again. And I get him to count again, just to be sure that he's got 11 fingers. Bang! What happens? He counts number 7 this time and gets to 10. I don't flinch. I don't worry about that there. Notice what I do. Calm, cool, relaxed. I just drop him into hypnosis and reinforce the suggestion. And just remind him of what happens. I already know it's working. I know I've got one positive success, one great green flag that it has worked, so I don't worry about the other one. I know I can get it back again. And again, it's about being human. They say magicians now and then drop a card on purpose, just to show that they're not you know, invincible and not, they're just human, because we are all just human. Magicians, hypnotists, we're not something special. This is not some God-given gift. It's something that we've all learnt. Same with magic tricks. It's hours in front of a mirror. But once you've learnt to juggle the cards and done it perfectly, now and then just drop a card and people say, oh, he's human, I can trust him, and this magic must be real at some level. That's the principle behind it. Now, I don't do things on purpose, but if someone remembers the number 7 when you've told them to forget it, it just shows that you're human. I reinforce the suggestion, wake him up again, try it again, and bang, it's perfect this time. It works. He forgets the number 7. And what's nice is the fact that he remembered the number 7 when he wanted to, means when he's forgetting it, it's genuine. He's not doing it just out of some social compliance, or he's just going, this isn't working, 7's still there. It's real, it's working, it's perfect hypnosis. Another thing to point out is just the idea of improvising. You know, when he looks all calm and relaxed about, oh, I've got 11 fingers, I said, did you come in with 11 fingers? And he goes, yeah. You know, so you've got to be on the ball here. You can't let anything fluster you. Think of all the combinations and permutations of how this skit can work out, and have an answer, or be able to work on the fly. Improvisation is most important when you're working in hypnosis, and especially when you're working with entertainment and street hypnosis. But even when I'm coaching hypnotherapists, I'm telling them, you've got to work on the fly. You can't be prepared and have a storybook answer for everything that's going to happen. So you've just got to think on your feet, think on the move, and be responsive and be reactive. That's the only way to really be a top hypnotist, is have good improvisational skills. Separate from key hypnosis, you know, maybe go to some stage training and work through on improvisation and ways of coming up with things off the top of your head. But you've got to be there, you've got to have those skills as well. Back to talking about calibrating the audience and seeing whether they're finding something good or not, is when he does come back with a number 7. Notice how, again, that in itself was entertaining and puzzling for the audience member that's on camera as well as the people off camera. You can see that lady going, you know, she's puzzled as what's happening, and she's almost mouthing along when he's saying things. All this is great feedback to the hypnotist that you're doing a good job with this street hypnosis. Whether the guy remembers the number 7 or not, there's still an element of entertainment and an element of anticipation. Like I say, once I drop him back into hypnosis and bring him out again, everybody's now really on the edge of their seat saying, is he going to say it this time or is he not? And that's only thanks to the fact that he said it. So don't ever again let it put you off that the number 7 came back in any way. If you're good at hypnosis, as you will be if you're watching these videos, drop them back in, reinforce the suggestion, and now the audience is on the edge of their seats. Once he forgets it the second time around after he's woken up, I then get him to do, you know, count one hand and then the other hand. Lovely extension to this skit. First of all, he's got 5, and 5 is 10. Then he does the 11 thing again, and now more puzzlement. Now, I don't milk that too much because, again, the audience might be getting bored of it. So I move on to just doing some simple maths. 1 and 1, 2, 2 and 2, 4, 4 and 7, 3 and 4, expecting a 7, and he says 8. Again, lovely that there's a young child there, 7 or 8, maybe 10 years of age. I check, you know how to count? Of course they do. I says, is he right? No. What's it like to have that gentleman looking at the child and being told, oh, my sums are wrong? Again, we always got to be close on the embarrassment side of things, but it's all taken well. Everybody's enjoying it, and it's a good entertainment bit and a good show of the power of hypnosis. So here's the video coming up now. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Don't forget to click the red subscribe button so you get subscribed to the channel, and click the grey notification bell next to that so you get notified when a new video comes out. A new video is released every Sunday, so keep watching and enjoy the videos. If you have any comments about this video, about things I've said in the tutorial, or even things I missed out of the tutorial that you see in the video, put them in the comments section below. I do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible, so I really want to hear from you on what you think of this video. Thanks for watching, and make sure all the comments in the comment section below are nice and positive, and you really, give me hints and tips of what you want to see next. In the meantime, let's watch the video. On a count from 1 to 3, on the count of 3, you will remember where your mouth is. You will no longer feel thirsty whenever you want to take a drink, you can take a drink, but you're no longer excessively thirsty. But just as quickly as you remember where your mouth is, the number 7 just disappears from your mind. The number 7 disappears from your mind. Just imagine that 7 being written on a white blackboard and just being erased from your mind. You know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's how you count. That's how you've always counted. Nod your head that you understand. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Feeling good?
Yep.
Take a drink. Make sure you quench that thirst. There you go. That was easy. That was easy. So tell me this. Let's do a counting game. Hold your hands up. Count out loud for everybody. So out loud. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 fingers.
Yep.
You've got 11 fingers. Did you come in with 11 fingers? Let's just double check that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sleep now. That number 7 is erased from your mind. Erased from your mind till I tell you that it's coming back. Really erased. Just imagine that number 7 erased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's how you count. That's how you've always counted. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Let's do that again. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Good stuff. Maybe it's because we're counting up that you've got 11 fingers. Let's count down. How many fingers do you usually have?
10.
10. 10.
11.
10.
10. 9. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0.
Well, I suppose you've got 0 fingers left if you've counted down, isn't that right?
Yep.
Nothing sounds wrong, no? Let's just do this one hand. Count this hand. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 fingers in that hand. Count this hand. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 fingers in that hand. 5 and 5 is?
10.
10. Let's do the boot. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I think something's wrong here. Let's do some simple math. 1 and 1 is?
2.
2 and 2 is?
4.
3 and 4?
8.
Do you know how to count already? Is that right? I don't think so. Tell you what, do you watch Disney movies?
Yep.
What's that one? Snow White and how many dwarfs?
8 dwarfs.
8 dwarfs. I don't know if that's totally correct, but we'll leave it for now. Sleep way down, deeper, relax.